It may not look like much, but this little attachment is what turns your John Deere 300 into a true garden tractor. This is a sleeve hitch. It's also called an integral hitch, and today I'll show you how to install it on a John Deere 300. And if you stick around to the end, I'll show you exactly how it works using a real attachment. If you've never seen one of these sleeve hitches, they're actually really cool. They're a rear hitch system designed to go on the closed frame tractors. So that's going to be like the 140, the 200 series, and this 300 all the way up to the 317 before they switch to the open frame of the 318 and 322 like that. And this sleeve hitch system is what really transforms your tractor from just a normal lawnmower into a true garden tractor, because you can attach things like cultivators or plows or blades and even discs. So you can do some real gardening work with this tractor using the sleeve hitch. And what's really cool about the sleeve hitch system is that it links up directly to the same spot that your mower deck attaches to. So you can use the same lever that raises and lowers your mower deck to raise and lower whatever attachment you have attached to the sleeve hitch. And just like you can control the height of your mower deck, you can also control how far into the ground you put a disc or the cultivator, or how low you can drop your blade. So really cool system. Let's get it installed. And the first thing we got to do with that is get this link arm attached up to where that mower deck attaches to. Okay, so it is the slotted end of this lift link that goes up through, oh, and also it bends up to go over the axle. So you got to make sure this bend is upwards. And then that just goes right up over the axle through that slot there. And then that arm comes out under the frame right here. And this is the rock shaft that the mower deck also attaches to. So we can just go ahead and then we can just line that up with the hole. And then we have a pin that we can slip right through there. And then I have a washer that I put on. And for now I'm just using a cotter pin to hold that pin in place. And now this sleeve hitch attaches by sliding over some mount pins down here, and then these mount pins snap into holes up here. But as you see, I do not have the mount pins down here, and I bought this secondhand and it did not come with the mount pins. So I had to buy my own. So what I did for that is I got a 1/2-inch bolt that's 1.5 inches long. I got just a couple 1/2-inch washers. And then I bought this chrome spacer. It doesn't have to be chrome, but this is the only one that I could find in this size. That is obviously a 1/2 inch to go over the 1/2-inch bolt. And then it is a 1/2 inch wide. And then the 1/2 inch nylon lock nut. Okay, I got my bolt with my washer. The bolt's going to go from the inside to the outside in the lower hole. And then we can put the spacer on, another washer, and the lock nut. And then tighten it all down. And then do the same thing for the other side. And now before you install your sleeve hitch, make sure these pins are in the locked out position. And now you can just lift the hitch up and then rest it on those pins like that. And then you can slide it up, release your top mounting pins. And then when you push it back, they should just lock right into place all on their own. Just like that. And then the hole on this mount right here is what lines up with your lift link. So you can just lift up on the whole assembly, get your holes lined up, and then get that pin in there and lock that in place. And that's really all that it takes to install one of these. Now let's throw an attachment on and show you how it works. This is my Brinly blade for my sleeve hitch, and you can tell it is for a sleeve hitch because of this mount here. It is a C-shaped mount, and then it has the 3 different mounting holes, which allow you to offset the blade if you need to in either direction, or just mount it in the center, which is what I usually do. So let's get this put on to the sleeve hitch. To mount it, you want to make sure that the sleeve hitch is not down all the way, or else this won't be able to slide on there. So you want it tipped up just a little bit so you can get the blade actually mounted on there. And then you just lift up the back of the blade and then line up the hole here and get your pin slide in there. We'll go all the way through once you get it completely lined up, and then you can lock it in place. And I just wanted to show you quick that there are these bolts on the inside, and what that does is when you run them in, it pushes out on this plate right here, which it tips out that plate from the bottom. And I've never actually had to use that to mount anything. I've only mounted this blade on here, so I would assume there must be some sort of an offset attachment, that the mounting plate on the bottom is longer, so it needs to tip that bottom out to get the pin to line up, and then that just helps support it. If I'm wrong and there's a different use for that, please let me know, but to me that's what it looks like. I've just never had to use it. And then I also just wanted to mention quick that I mounted the sleeve hitch with this hitch still on there. It has just enough clearance in here, but it is possible that that hitch would have to come off if you have a different style of sleeve hitch. So I just wanted to bring that up. The original tractor hitch might need to be removed. By the way, if you're enjoying this, please hit that like button. It really helps tractor folks find these videos. And if you're new here, consider subscribing so you don't miss what I've got coming next. Now that I got the blade all mounted up, we can check out how it works. The blade is on the reverse position right now for pushing in reverse, and I'll get it lifted up and I'll show you how that can be positioned in different ways. So I'll start up the tractor and lift it up. And there you see the blade lifts up just using the same hydraulic lever that you would to lift the deck. And you can lift up this arm. It's got a couple holes here that the pins can go into, so you can put it at a 30-degree angle either way. It locks into place there. And then also you can turn it all the way around and have it pulling dirt with you as you go forward, and you can do that at the 30-degree angle in either direction also. And then just like the mower deck, you can spin this bolt up, and that will be your height adjustment for when you put the blade down. It will stop it from going down all the way. It'll, stop it at the height that you set it at. So we're going to twist this all the way up. And then just lock that wing nut into place once you get it at the desired height. And so now I have it set just at this height right here. And you can see if I lift it and then return it back down, it returns back exactly to the spot that I had it before. And that's that bolt limiting how far that blade can go down. And now here I twisted it up just a little bit more, and now you can see that it only stops at this height, and I can lift it up and return it back to that exact same height, so I can get consistent results without even thinking about it. Just a quick, easy setup. So that is a sleeve hitch on a John Deere 300, a really simple system, but it really transforms what you can do with these garden tractors. And if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe. I've got a ton more classic John Deere content coming your way, like this video right here, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. This is actually a really cool system. I haven't got to use it a whole lot yet, and I'm still getting used to it a little bit, but it is really fun for what I've been able to do with it so far.